This is Thomas WR Stories and More, and today I got another special video right here. This is the Thomas Gets Tricked set that's custom made pretty much by me, and obviously it's requested by one of the users named Not So James. I'll link his username in the description below. So he suggested pretty much to do the set based on the episode. And I pretty much turned it into a deluxe set because that's probably what learning curve would have made the set back in the day. Because obviously, this is the first episode that came out in the TV series, and they would, if I were like thinking in their like position, they would probably do something like this. So obviously, we're gonna get started. So we're gonna get started on the dead ends. So we got a ramp, we got some curb tracks, and then also we got James, who's pulling a troublesome brakeman. As you can see in the actual episode, he along with like Henry were just pulling like their trains and just doing their jobs, while Thomas just being cheeky like usual. That's why I thought I'd throw him in, because obviously it's a deluxe set. So now we go up this ascending track. We got Henry's tunnel, where as you could see in the episode, Gordon goes pretty fast with Thomas to teach him a lesson for waking him up, which is also the wall pieces right there included. Then we go down this line, another ascending track, and we got the three-way parallel switch track, which then goes to two more curved tracks, then an ascending track, and then the curved viaducts, and then there's Thomas, and then Gordon and the express coaches. This whole thing from that riser all the way to like the end of the viaduct, that's supposed to represent the actual viaduct in the episode, where Thomas said, "I'll never be the same again," after Gordon teach him a lesson. As you can see, that we got puffed out or tired out Thomas, instead of giving him regular Thomas, because there's too many of those already. And I thought I'd make the set pretty exclusive and special, obviously. And obviously, Gordon wouldn't get 3 express coaches, and he got 2 instead, because that's a learning curve probably would have done back in the day. And then we got this switch track, then goes down, that then goes all the way to these curb tracks. Then we got some risers. Then we go down to the ascending track. We got Wellsburg Station, where Gordon ends up stopping right there at the station. And obviously Thomas just gets uncoupled from there. And I thought it'd be a nice destination to throw in along with the other destinations. Then we got the family of 4. Obviously, because there was passenger scene in the actual episode in the beginning, when Gordon was making sure his passengers get in quickly. Then we got the water refilling pump. I finally got my hands on it from the last video that you all probably saw, which is the lot. And obviously, I'm very happy to have it. And my custom one, I might want to do a giveaway about that, because I don't really need it. And then we go all the way to these curb tracks on the very edge. We got an 8-inch, a 4-inch, and then like some curb tracks as well. Then we go through Henry's tunnel. We got more small switch tracks, and we go to the right. We got a special engine shed with some adapters, and then the signal box that's supposed to represent where Thomas like barely wakes up, and he's supposed to give certain of his coaches to Gordon. So obviously he was like very lazy, but he ended up going. And the special engine is supposed to represent like Titman sheds, because obviously like this probably wouldn't fit in the playboard this size. Obviously, you need like 2 playboards in order to make it fit. So I thought that's a good representation for Titman sheds. Then we go up this curb track, up this entire track. You go down to the curb tracks, and then we got a buffer the dead end. Obviously, this whole like siding where engines could rest, or Gordon. You could make the part where Gordon obviously is sleeping and Thomas wakes him up. And then we also got some accessories too, which I'll talk about in the end. And then we got more adapters. We got curb tracks that just go up with an ascending track back into the outer loop where Gordon is pulling the coaches and Thomas. So now we're gonna get started on this side of the shed. I already talked about James going up the same track. Now we're gonna focus on this part, which I didn't mention yet. So this switch track on the outer loop, this goes inside an average station. This is supposed to be old style one. Fortunately, I didn't have the roofs, but obviously I made a custom roof for it. I bought the bases and then I made the poles, obviously, with some dowel sticks. Then we got the old style benches, the father family of 4. Then we go up the same track where Henry's pulling 2 branch line coaches, which are Annie and Clarabelle. They're supposed to represent that with the caboose. As you can see, him and James, we're seeing like in the part where actually we're just leaving from that first station to do their jobs. Obviously, Henry is pulling express coaches, but learning curve wouldn't be that generous to include the same coaches. And plus, I thought it'd be more unique to give engines like different pieces of rolling stock so you can make any episode you like. Then it goes back into the parallel switch track, and then we come back again in average station on this side now instead of that side. We have a buffer right there. And then we go up the ascending track and then up Henry's tunnel, and it goes back down to the parallel switch track. And now I'm going to be discussing what accessories you get in the set. So we get the water refilling pump where Thomas drinks water after he's exhausted. Obviously, that's supposed to represent that. And then the set of 5 signs. We got the school sign right there. We got the railroad crossing. We got the yield sign. We got the one-way sign. And then we got the stop sign. And then I also decided to throw in the set of 3 buildings. There's one right here. I don't have the regular one, but this is a good substitution, obviously. And then the red small house, and then the green signal tower, which is a good representation when Thomas comes out of Tim's sheds. And then also the family of 4 that I mentioned earlier. And then we get the workman or engineer. And then we get like the workman, engineer, conductor, obviously. And then we got the set of 4 signals. There's one there, another one right there, and then another one right here, and then another one right there. And then also we get some trees. We get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pine trees. So four of the snow covered pine trees, which are on different areas of the set, and then 4 regular pine trees. And then we get 4 regular trees that are different colors. Two next to the riser and then the special engine shed, and then 2 more by the viaduct. And yeah, this is like the whole set. I personally think I did a pretty good job on doing this deluxe set. Obviously, I didn't include the turntable or not. This set would go beyond the playboard, and obviously, this is a realistic set as possible, so you can remake most of the scenes or the episode of Thomas Gets Tricked or Thomas and Gordon. So yeah, that's gonna conclude the video. Just comment down below what video all you want to see next, and I'll see you all in the next one.